Are you limited by your five senses? Do the five senses lock you into this earthly plane? Are they here to keep your vibration low, to keep you locked into the lies that we've been fed? So I know that what we see, we're locked into a spectral vision within our vision, but the actual what is available is much bigger, and we're locked into this really narrow perspective of what we can see, the colors we can see, our vision, our view. And I find that really interesting. Why are we locked in? And I don't think it's just the vision, just the sight. I feel and I know that all of those physical senses go way beyond what we're currently locked into. So my question is, why are we locked into those things? Why are we locked into those five senses? Why cannot we see, hear, feel, know beyond? And that's what I'm looking at today with the Uranus deck. Today's reading, I'm just going to shuffle and I'm going to lay out a few cards based on this topic, and we're going to see what they want to reveal. Take things a little deeper, a little further. See what the cards want to reveal to us today. Now here I am sitting in a bit of a tug-of-war, wondering if I want to say that the sun and the moon, are they real? So I'm back. Now the battery just went flat very quickly and the camera just shut down. Just as I was wrestling with, do I want to question the validity of the sun and the moon? And then the camera just shut down on me. So I'm not sure where I feel about that situation. But let's get into the reading and see what it is here. Okay, so what we're talking about here, and first of all, what's really interesting is these two cards came up in that reading that I was talking about. So a revelation of lies that we've been fed for years about how the world works, our five senses, and moving beyond the five senses, the awakening, the evolution of expanding our beliefs, expanding our knowledge, and expanding our awareness, our beyond the five senses. So our vision, we can see more, we can hear more, we can feel more, we can know more. It's all it's the five senses, and we can expand beyond those. So there's an evolution coming, an opportunity for an evolution to expand beyond them. But not just that, it is an opportunity to see the truth of the reality. Now I'm hearing matrix and locked into a matrix, locked into a belief system, locked into and because I'm talking about the five senses today, it locks us in. If we could see beyond that, what would we see? What would we know? What could we hear? I'm picking up that it demonstrates that there's more beyond the physical senses. That's what I'm hearing. So when you exist they're very, very clearly feeding me here. When you exist outside of those limitations, talking about the five senses, you'll know that it's an example or a validation that more does exist beyond that. People that see ghosts, I see ghosts. People say they see fairies. Now, I've never seen a fairy, but it doesn't mean they don't exist. I've just never seen that in my reality. And I'm not questioning people that do see that, because I've seen ghosts and people would think I'm crazy. So I know that people see things. I know it shows. What I'm feeling is that there's much, much more beyond our current comprehension. It's exciting. And this is an awakening, an opportunity to expand and see beyond the physical that we're locked into. It's like a light bulb comes on. This one here is showing the light bulb. The light bulb we see. So where we've been locked into these five senses, intentionally, and why I have the sun and the moon on the cards on the table. That's what I keep questioning. The opportunities that we have once that light comes on and we see the truths revealed, revelation. Okay, there's a lot going on here. The world disappears. I don't want to lose anything, but the world disappears, the detachment. Or gives me a feeling of that locked into the physical realm. And when you expand your senses that we're locked into, when we were created, we were locked into those 5 senses where they are. It feels like a liberation from the physical plane, a detachment. Because when that light comes on and those evolve, those expanded senses, there's almost a detachment that takes place. The world disappears. Now, I remember being told something many, many years ago by Spirit that I'll have to look it up. Because I've kept books of things that I've been told over the years, and one of them was something about something inner, but then once you see outside of that, the world cease to something. Maybe you cease to exist in the state that you are currently existing. I was told that 30 years ago. I'll have to look it up to see exactly how it was formed, but this is the vibe that I'm getting. So the matrix that we're locked into, maybe it dissolves, we detach from that. It says it disappears, the world disappears once we see beyond. Because the light switch comes on. There's a lot here. So there's a sudden shift between seeing and believing, knowing and trusting. There's a truth that's revealed, a false narrative, a false light, a false system, a matrix that we're locked into via the 5 senses, because that's my topic for today, or via the sun and the moon. Oh, I'm worried the camera's going to shut down on me again for saying that, but it's saying something about the moon, the sun, and the false revelation or the false narrative, false construct. It's a mask. It's a veil. It's a copy, an unauthentic copy. So there's a sudden shift or a change coming, an opportunity for the light bulb moment, the light to switch on, to be able to see. But there's a detachment that takes place there from the physical, a physical detachment. So is that the moment of death, or is that just the awakening, the higher awakening? Now, I'm not talking about the 1111 awakening that we all had years ago, or maybe some people are still having that, where we're awakening to the illusions or the narratives that we're fed. So, the lies that we're fed through indoctrination, through media, through government, where we wake up and see that what's really going on in the world. I'm not talking about that basic physical world, 1111, eyes open kind of energy. I'm talking about the higher one, the one above that, the next awakening, the evolution. The card of detachment makes me feel like it's when we're locked into this matrix, this physical plane or physical realm. Once the light bulb goes on and we can see beyond those, or have that higher awakening, or those expanded 5 senses, because I'm talking about the 5 senses, somehow connected to the sun and the moon. There's a shift in the way we see things. And the world as we know it disappears. We see things completely differently. And remember how you felt when you first woke up to the lies that we were told or the illusions that we were fed. Imagine how you're going to feel this time. Okay, so I want to end on a positive. This is positive. It's not, it's a good thing to see truth. So why am I thinking now about Adam and Eve not being told not to eat of the tree of good and evil, the truth, because they didn't want us to have the knowledge of reality and the truth around us. Okay, Isis says that there's a healing taking place, a regeneration, a nervous system repair. This is where we were locked into the state of the five senses, but now there's that locking in is expanding. It is repairing. You know what? It could also be calling in because Isis gathered all the parts of Osiris to regenerate him. And I'm wondering if we're calling back all of the parts of us that were taken or removed from us as a divine soul being. There's a repairing that's taking place. Now, heart current, I just have a look, shaking things up in a voltage detox. Anything else you want to reveal about this topic? Okay, so it's about seeing the truth of who you are in the spiritual realm versus who you are in the physical realm. There's a revelation here. The original you, the original spark of you. But it is an embodied choice. It's a choice you make. Now this information for some may be a little overwhelming. It may not be something you're ready to hear. But there may be a choice that we're faced with. Do we face with the choice of living life locked into this physical realm that we're in, locked into those five senses as they are, we continue along? Or do we align with wanting to open our eyes to the next evolution? It's an option for a further evolution. It's not that basic one that we saw, the 1111, open your eyes, seeing the reality of the government system, the media, that kind of stuff. This is beyond that. And it's a choice that we have to make to see the reality, because there's a chance that the way that we see the material world, the realm that we're on, disappears. We are liberated from the binds, the anchors, the limitations, but we have to choose that. This is embodied choice. We have to align to want to expand beyond that. We have to make that choice to expand into the next awakening. The original version of ourselves. And I am getting that part of that could be overwhelming or cognitive dissonance to some. So you have choice. It's not, if this comes in, it's not going to freak everybody out and it's like all of a sudden we're all going to be seeing ghosts or all going to be seeing fairies or whatever the nature of the world as it is. No, we have choice. We have choice to stay within the limitations of the world as it is, the material plane as it is, or we have the choice to seek the next awakening, the next evolution, to see beyond the limitations. Hope you enjoyed that reading. I think these cards are amazing. It's amazing what they're revealing. It makes me a little curious about what's beyond that veil. Very interesting. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think.